I want to start this photography contest by telling you a quick story. When I very first started in photography, I didn't have anything fancy. I actually made my own light modifiers using tissue paper and black foam board cutouts with little stands like this. This one did not survive the test of time. I would place these in front of a lamp like this one right here, and that would just change the quality of that light completely. I mean, it literally changed my photography. Again, nothing fancy, but it worked. I had no control, literally just softened the light, and that did fantastic for me. But if you look closely, and I can show you here, what does that look like without the hole here? That looks exactly like an LED panel, which is what we're gonna be giving away in this photo contest. Now, the prize for the September contest by Newer is going to be this. This kit includes 2 powerful 45 curved bicolor LED lights with 288 LEDs per panel, and they're dimmable. You can go from 0 to 100 or from 1 to 100%. So you can see the intensity of this soft wraparound light right here in the panel. Flicker-free lighting for photo, video, and streaming. Adjustable aluminum alloy stands with a 180-degree tilt. What does that mean? See, here in the bag, you have these little mountain brackets, and you set your light here, you can adjust it to 180 degrees. So you have full control over the tilt and where you want to set those lights. It also comes with its 2.4 gigahertz remote control. So you can turn them on or off from a distance, and you can control up to 40 channels in 4 different groups with the remote. Awesome. And wait, there's more. They have dual power options. So you can plug them into the wall, into your wall socket or extension cord like I have right now. Or you can use batteries, these Sony NPF style batteries like these I have right here. So yes, this one is on a battery, and this one I literally can plug into the wall. Very easy to use. These are plug and play. You have a dimming knob in the back and another one for the color temperature, and it gives you the number so you know exactly where you're at. So all the way from 3200 Kelvin, a nice warm light, all the way to 5600, which is a nice cool tone. Oh, and the best part is that it all comes in this bag. A nice portable bag that you can take with you whenever you do a photo shoot, or you can store it and keep everything in one unit. I love packaging, and this thing is perfect. It doesn't take much room. It's perfect for different types of photography, food photography, product photography. Like I said, video streaming, YouTube channels. I mean, I could even film myself here, like set the 2 lights on one other side. Perfect for so many different situations. This is gonna make your life a lot easier as a content creator, photographer, as anybody that wants to get into better quality of light. And I guarantee these are gonna last longer than this did for me. Newer, thank you so much for making this possible. Now, let's get into the subject of this photography contest. As usual, to select the subject, I go through my list of ideas to shoot for stock photography. You can download the guide for free. Just go to wollertzphotography.com, scroll all the way to the bottom, put your email there, and then you can opt in and out of the newsletter, and you can download your free guide with 20 monthly ideas of things to sell for stock photography. Now, for this one, it's kind of tough, but I want to make it a little bit easier. I want to see more participation. So I chose something that I think is going to be a highly sellable subject, and I have a couple extra tips for you if you want to sell more photos. The subject for this photo contest is eggnog. But not just any eggnog, it has to have a Christmassy theme. So eggnog with snow, with lights in the background, trees, something that represents Christmas. Again, it's a highly commercial holiday. Eggnog as a drink is highly sellable. Now, if you can mix the two together, you're gonna end up with highly sellable photos. Now, if you don't know what eggnog is, I'll give you a recipe. I'm gonna put a recipe here in the video description. How about I show you how to make it? Let's do that. It's 4 eggs, a half a cup of granulated sugar, 2 cups of whole milk, a cup of heavy cream, a half a teaspoon of nutmeg, a 1/4 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Traditionally, you add some rum, You could do whiskey or you could do brandy. Anything you want to add to this is going to make it a lot more special. You don't have to, but if you're going to do a whole photo shoot, I recommend adding a little bit extra spice. You could also add a little bit of whipped cream or whipped egg whites as a topping, and a vanilla and a cinnamon stick. Garnish with a cinnamon stick. Classic. The first thing you do is you whisk the yolks and the sugar in a bowl until it's light and creamy. Then you heat up the milk and the spices in a saucepan over medium heat. You combine the milk, the nutmeg, the cinnamon, and vanilla and stir until it's warm, but you don't want to boil it. You don't want to burn the milk. Then slowly you pour a little bit of the warm milk into the egg mixture, whisking constantly so that they don't scramble. You don't want to cook the eggs. You just want to warm them up and mix everything thoroughly. Then gradually pour the tempered eggs back into the saucepan. So you take a little bit of the milk out just to get the eggs to temperature, and then you put it back into that saucepan. Then you cook it until it's slightly thickened on medium-low heat, stirring constantly. Remember, you don't want to cook the eggs. It should coat the back of the spoon, but don't let it boil. Then you remove it from the heat and you add in your cream and alcohol. The alcohol is an option, recommended, but you add this afterwards and then you put it in the refrigerator. You let it chill for a couple hours. Then you serve it into a clear glass so you could see what it is. If you put it in a mug, you're not gonna see it. So you put it in a clear glass so you can see it. You garnish with a little bit of nutmeg and a cinnamon stick to make it extra photogenic. Simple. Something that screams Christmas, and that's the type of images we need if we wanna sell more photos. Now, this isn't just about photographing a drink. This is commercial photography. So you wanna get that emotion, that feeling, something that sells that drink, that photograph, that, wow, yes, I want that. Think those warm and subtle holiday vibes, you know, whether it's just a warm fireplace and a little candy cane thing or something. Just something to give you that, a little bit, a hint of that Christmas feeling with that delicious eggnog with the cinnamon stick. I don't know why I keep saying cinnamon stick. I like the cinnamon stick. The goal for this photo shoot is for when somebody sees that picture, you want them to feel Christmas. So on a side note, this is not part of the contest, but it's a great idea if you want to sell more stock photos. There's a void in the market. We need more images of this particular topic. There's a big trend happening in many little towns and cities to promote local businesses. Nog walks, wine walks, beer walks. So you go to different shops and they give you a little bit of eggnog, a little bit of wine or beer. So the idea is that you go to 20, 30 stores, you get a little bit of wine at each one, and you go shopping, you check out the store and you get what you need. Or what you want, especially after you've been drinking a while. But there's no photos of people shopping with a glass of wine, or with an eggnog, or with a beer. So if you could capture this, I guarantee you're gonna be making some sales, because there's a big void in the market for this. Eggnog in one hand, shopping bags in the other, then replace it with wine or beer. Try to get a storefront, something simple, just get that concept across, and that should be your next best seller. All right, now let's get back to the contest. As usual, you have 2 weeks from today to upload your photos, up to 3 photos, and 1 week after to continue to rate the images. And I ask you to please rate all of the images because it is massive help when it comes to choosing a winning image. There are links down below where you could upload your images and also where you could check out the official rules on my website at wollertzphotography.com. But again, just click the link and it'll take you right there. As always, I gotta give you a few things, a disclaimer, because YouTube is very specific as to how contests or giveaways work here on the channel. YouTube has nothing to do with this. This is just me, Wollertz Photography, and Newer is in charge of the shipping. Unfortunately, we cannot ship to every country out there, so please check the official rules and you'll see where we can ship and where we can't. Now, that doesn't mean you can't participate. I know the chances of winning, and that's why we wanna do this, but practice, sell more photos. That's another great way to join this contest. It's to keep you motivated to see if you can sell more images. I know a lot of you have been selling from the previous contest, and that is awesome. And also, just get out of your comfort zone. Try to capture that feeling, that Christmas feeling with an eggnog. You know, that's worth something. And of course, I always do a quick photo critique at the end of the contest so you can see where you can improve your photographs and maybe sell a lot more. So anyway, there's many reasons to join, not just the prizes, which are awesome, but also practice, experience, and generate a few more sales in stock photography. So to wrap it up, yes, the main subject is the eggnog, but we want that Christmas feeling in that photograph. We haven't done that yet. It's always been a subject or a theme. Now we're combining the two. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and may the odds be ever in your favor. We'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.